nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. Cause I'm having too much fun tryna be myself. No, I'm not the type of chick that like to follow trends. I got a small circle, no, don't need a lot of friends. You know I gotta get this money cause I like to spend. I see you haters watching, so I just give you a grin.
How you guys doing? It's your girl Londa. I'm here with another episode of Justheretovent. So I'm getting ready to do my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15, episode 12. So this was like called like check slides and videotape, something like that. Some was the name of the title. Alright, so they still in Portugal. And to be honest, if I'm summing up this whole trip, it was really just a bunch of dinners. That's all they did was go out to dinner and have some arguments. So we coming off the heels of the last episode. Candy has already left Portugal. They started showing us some clips of Drew and Candy arguing, I guess after production went down. I don't know why they always say production is down when they're still showing us camera footage. That'd be so funny to me because I'm like, how is production down if they still there filming? But whatever, you know, do what y'all do. So they showed that, you know, Drew and Sheree, they're coming down to the lobby. They're getting ready to go somewhere. They're getting ready to go and eat. And basically, Drew is like, this is their last day in Portugal. So she's talking to Sheree. They're all getting ready to go to a winery. She's telling, so Sheree's like trying to get to the bottom of the story. Like, okay, so did you do it? Did you not do it? Did you kiss LaToya? Or did you not kiss LaToya, Drew? Drew is like, I don't understand why Candy is lying. She's like, when she talked to Toya, she showed Sheree a text message saying that Toya said no, that they didn't kiss. Sheree is talking in her confessional like she doesn't believe Drew. Drew has been known to tell a lie or a fib or two or three. And that's basically what's really going on. How Sheree is feeling. She's feeling like she's lying to her. And she also feels like, you know, that maybe they have, you know, gone through, like, it really did take place. And, like, you know, Drew just doesn't want to admit it. And it could be a reason. I feel like Drew doesn't feel like she wants to be outed, if you will. You know, her mom is a pastor, so that could have something to do with why she's denying this so vehemently. I'll use that word. And that's how I really feel about that. It just seems like she's trying to do collateral damage. Someone even made a statement that maybe Drew paid what is this lady's name, LaToya, to say that she didn't do it, because LaToya, they showed a clip of LaToya saying she did kiss her on Candy Speak on it. She said it on the reunion. You know, and it's not like Candy just now saying it. She said this, you know, the season when it happened too, a couple years ago, whatever. So I don't really understand that whole situation of why Drew's trying to deny it, but whatever. So the ladies are all talking about it. Mayetta goes to tell Sanya what took place or whatever. Saying, you know, Kenya was in her room all night, doctor's orders, and Mayetta was telling Kenya what was being said, and then Mayetta told Kenya that she feels like they were trying to collude with Courtney. Marlo, Sheree, and Sanya basically telling her like, hey, you got my back. If I had your back, you gotta have my back, type of stuff. Like, and she said that's what it felt like she was witnessing at the time. So of course, you know, Kenya is just like, oh, this is juicy. Like, I wish I was there. Mayetta was imitating Candy and how she was yelling and screaming about, you know, not lying on Drew. So basically, after that took place, they go to the winery or whatever. They start getting ready to have a little argument at the winery. Was it Kenya and Marlo? No, it wasn't Kenya and Marlo. I think they was getting ready to have a discussion at the winery, and I think that Courtney and Kenya were kind of getting ready to get into it. Mayetta was letting them know, like, you know, what happened with how she felt about the conversation that they were having, and that they felt like they were trying to get Courtney on her side, whatever the case may be. And you all know about that side conversation that was had at the episode before this one, where, you know, Courtney was telling Drew that she felt like Kenya Fallen was karma. All right, so they was getting ready to get into it at the winery, but they ended up deciding to, you know, Sheree was just telling them, like, can y'all just please chill, this like our last day here, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. And I'm like, okay. So then they go to another dinner after the winery. They got a little tour up. And then Drew Child, this girl sitting there talking about some they pilgrims and whatnot. And it wasn't pilgrims, but it was so funny that Drew said that. So it was like almost like a Portia moment when she said it was 265 days in a year, and the underground railroad, the echoes. It was the echo of that when Drew said that. They had another dinner. I'm gonna be honest, this whole Portugal trip was kind of corny. I feel like wasn't nothing going on. All y'all was doing was arguing at all the dinners. Y'all didn't do no real fun events. Can't go to the hospital. That kind of was a waste of a whole episode. I don't know. I just feel like y'all need to get it together because y'all is dry. It's like a damn tumbleweed is going by when the episode is on. Like, it's just y'all is trying to create drama. Marlo, you don't know if you want to be cool with somebody, not cool, saying hi, not saying hi. You're all over the place. The only clown I see on this show is you. You're the biggest clown on this show. And strong second is Courtney. It's like as soon as I was getting ready to start liking her again, and her scrunched up ass face and her annoying ass voice, come to find out, I don't like you, Courtney. You're not my cup of tea. It's just not giving what you said that they was supposed to have told you that it was supposed to have gave. It didn't give that at all. So I'm already over that, and I'm over you, and I'm off of that. Now, it feels like this whole season has been either to tarnish Kandi. There definitely have been alliances being set up. You got Sheree. She's trying to play the middle ground because she is acting like her and Kandi is cool. She act like her and Kenya have a friendship. But when she with Marlo and Sanya and Courtney, she always kikiing about Kenya and Kandi. So it's like, where do your loyalty lie, Sheree? Because you just seem like you just in the mix. Like, you just going with whatever is going on. And I don't like that. And I hate that for you because you too old and you too long in the tooth. And is you going to sit here and act like we don't see that your face is distorted? Is you going to sit here and act like you didn't get no surgery done? Even when Andy asked you on Watch What Happened Live, you tried to sit there and say, touching yourself. Bitch, what you touching your face for? You know what you had done. Acting stupid. Girl, bye. Then, of course I watched the after show and all of that, but before I get to the after show, I wanted to finish talking about the episode. So they have another dinner now. There's another argument getting ready to ensue. So Drew calls out Marlo and basically is like, Marlo, like, come on. Why did you videotape, before that, when they was at the winery, that was who had the argument. It was Marlo and Drew. Ralph had texted Marlo basically saying, like, I heard you were saying some disparaging things about my name. Please keep my name out your mouth. You don't know me like that, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. And, of course, Marlo shared the text messages with everybody, just like she shared that video with LaToya the previous night. And Drew was just looking at her like, okay, and what, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I told him, of course, did you really think I wasn't going to tell my husband what you were saying? And I feel like, Marlo, you stupid if you really thought she wasn't going to tell Ralph what she was saying about him. That's her husband at the end of the day. Whether they getting a divorce or not, at that particular moment, in that time when y'all was filming, they were still together, and she told him, and it is what it is. Now, be mindful that Ralph definitely was getting his freak on when he was in Vegas. Y'all can say whatever you want. If you think that he didn't fuck somebody else while he was out there, now please, let's get real now. Start being serious, okay? He definitely had sex with somebody else while he was out there in Vegas. And I'm not saying allegedly because, no, I'm absolutely not saying allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly, but I feel like he definitely had sex with somebody. It's my opinion. That's how I feel. That's what I'm feeling. So, they got through that little argument. Then at the dinner, her and Marlo had it out again. Drew was just basically like, keep my name out your fucking mouth. You know what I mean? I think that might have been the night before the winery. Like, keep my name out your fucking mouth. Sheree was embarrassed because they had just came from doing this healing where everybody was at peace. They was going through everybody's thoughts. Sanya was reminiscing about the relationship that she got with her sister. Sheree said she wasn't really thinking about anything. Marlo was thinking about the guy Scott Lee, which I thought was weird. Like, why you not thinking about your nephews? Kenya was thinking about, wanting to have another child, giving Brooklyn a sibling. They didn't really show what Courtney was talking about. She's not really relevant. Y'all know she's not a main cast member. She's a friend of the show trying hard to get a peach child. So back to the argument. So I'm just jumping around the episode. This is my review. I'm going to do it how I want. Okay? Make sure to hit the like, the subscribe, notification bell, share if you care, do all of those things, leave a comment, all of that in the midst of this, in the meantime, between time, please. So while they having a dinner, like I said, Drew and Marlo had got into it again. Drew is just like calling her all types of bitches, like, keep my fucking name out your mouth, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. I appreciate that Marlo was definitely showing a different side of herself and not like jumping up and getting ready to smack Drew, but that's because she knows that that's what they expect of her, just because of her record, her criminal history. So they is expecting her to, act rowdy. So they trying to get her out of character. I don't know, the way Drew be talking, she must got hands or something, because she be talking like she could go toe to toe with Marlo, and Marlo probably got like a whole foot on that bitch. I'm just saying, not saying that hype me nothing, but I'm just saying Marlo got like a whole foot on that bitch. So they arguing across the table. Sheree ends up walking out because she starts crying. It's just like, I didn't come here for this, I wanted peace. But it's like, Sheree, cut the fucking dramatics, bitch, because you've been in this group and you've been in this circle for years and years and years, on and off, keep getting fired, coming back, getting fired, coming back. And I feel like you already know how the dynamic is. If you really think that you was going to go on a fucking trip with a bunch of bitches and it wasn't going to be no drama, girl, bye, sit down. You asking for the fucking impossible. Sit your ass down, please. Thank you. Now, after they had their little argument, I don't know, like, Sanya, I don't like you no more. And you making all Pisces look bad, bitch. Making all Pisces look bad. Why is you on here keep acting like you can't stand on your word? Now, I did appreciate the fact that, she said that wasn't right when Kenya and Courtney got into an argument, because they were arguing because, of course, Drew told Kenya that Courtney basically was saying that her fall was karma. And Marlo was saying, like, yeah, it is karma under her breath. But, Kenya was paying Marlo dust. She wasn't even interacting with her. But she was basically letting Courtney know, like, for you to say that, that's not a good thing to say. That's you being prepped. She's like, I wasn't saying your fall was karma. She was like, what are you going to do? And then when they started going back and forth, Courtney was all like, what you going to do? And Kenya just was looking at her like, I'm not gonna fight you, like, you know what I'm saying? Because and I understood Kenya saying that, because it's like, okay, we old as shit, like, we in our 40s, some of us in our late 40s, bitch. Like, you tell me something, what am I gonna do? That's immature. You don't know how to have a conversation. And I think that's why they hate Kenya and they want to fight her. Kenya reminds me of myself, because I will grind you to the fucking white meat, okay, when it comes to my mouth, and you gonna always want to put your hands on me after I finish fucking grinding your ass up. It's a skill. I'm sorry. It's a talent. It's a gift I was given, okay? And I just feel like, Kenya has that same thing. And that's why she gets on people's nerves, gets under their skin, because she's able to combat them with her words. And a lot of people don't like that. They don't have that same skill set. So they want to go to the rah-rah fight and ghetto hood rat mentality and behavior. So they all end up leaving the dinner. Told you the winery was the next day. That was the last day there. And it was just a lot going on at the restaurant. Like I said, this trip was super dry. Sanya has clearly chosen the side. They was mad at Mayetta. They feel like Mayetta is kissing their ass because she brought up that they was colluding. Sanya shut her down like, no, that's not what the case was. We was just letting her know, like, hey, if this is going on, you need to speak up. Don't be scared to, speak up. And Sanya was like, that's crazy how she was trying to make it seem like, we were colluding. And they were all like, what does that word even mean? Like, trying to play her. They're going to say, oh. And the after show, Sanya is like, oh, she must have got that from CNN. Sanya is very unlikable, when I'm watching her on the after show, because it seems like she really does have problems with Kenya and Candy, but you be pretending like y'all cool and y'all squash y'all beef, but you keep throwing shade at them as if you're not cool, Sanya. So which one is it? Because, bitch, you starting to get on my nerves, and I guess you getting all tough because you pregnant. Can't nobody snatch your ass up. That's what I think is going on here, because you a little too comfortable in that after show talking shit. It's like the three negative Nancys is on the show on the couch together, and that's Marlo, Sanya, and Sheree. One or two of those three need to leave, if not all three of them. Recast, because I'm over the three of them, especially Sanya, bitch, and Marlo. Marlo, I'm just tired of looking at you, to be honest. You don't seem like there's anything true and authentic about yourself. I don't know who you are still. You've been on this season for years. This show for years, and I still don't really know nothing about you. I don't know anything. And then here goes Sanya defending her. You work on this show, you got late archive, you get paid to be an influencer. Get off Marlo dick. You don't even know this lady, girl. What have Marlo and you done outside of the show? If you answer me that, I'll get off your case. But if you and Marlo hang out outside of the show, I'm going to need you to really calm down, because you seem like you really, really on Marlo's ass. I don't really like how this season is going. They need to hurry up and wrap it up, because I'm very bored. I'm ready for the reunion. Let's just get to the Lion Drew, the Lion Marlo child, the Lion Sheree. It's funny, Sheree calling Drew a liar. Sheree, we've caught you in several lies. I don't even know what's going on here. So I guess next week we're gonna see Drew and Ralph start to have it out. We already saw this coming, so here come the waterworks and here come the lies. You know, the rumors coming up about her and Ty, you know, that was Mimi boo thing. So Mimi from Real Housewives, from Love and Hip Hop, if y'all don't know who that is, Mimi Foss. But I just feel like I'm ready for them to wrap this season up. It's just this ensemble class, as they're calling it, is not an ensemble. They're mismatched, and I think they need to shake it up, switch it up, because it's just not working for me. I'm sorry. And I'm a big fan of the show. I'm from season 1. I'm from the beginning. I'm die hard. But this season is very, very dry. It is. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Is Drew going to continue to lie next episode? Looks like it. What y'all think about Sanya and her being a flip-flopper, and she just seems like she can't be trusted? Do y'all feel like Mayetta is being like a rat by going back and kind of like reporting everything, or is she just being a true friend? How do y'all feel about that? What y'all think about Courtney saying that Kenya's fall was karma? I'm not really sure. Let me know what y'all think about all of that. Make sure y'all hit that like, to subscribe, the notification bell. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Share if you care. Thanks for listening, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next joint.